What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Mom and Son Show.
I'm the mom.
And I'm the son, and today we were able to jump out of the safari vehicle and touch a rhino.
No, you're not allowed to touch rhinos.
We didn't jump out of a safari vehicle, or we didn't touch a rhino, or did we? I don't know. Stick around, and maybe you'll find out of how we were able to do it without getting kicked out of Disney World. Guys, we've been doing this a long time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We've been doing it forever now. Yeah, it really helps us out. We really love it. But let's talk about the rhinos. Mom and I had a we're cutting it back. Thursday, we all know what we do Thursday, guys.
Correct.
We got to talk about ride closures before we talk about rhinos.
Okay.
What do we got, Mom?
Okay, so we still have Splash Mountain without the updated picture.
No,
it's going to be changed to Tiana.
2 weeks. I've been asking for 2 weeks to get a new Tiana picture up there, and
he doesn't know how to copy and paste. I guess. On. Okay. Blizzard
Beach still closed. The shocker coming up. Haunted Mansion.
It was supposed to be down for 2 days. Today it's still not up. Posted on Facebook was this message that they're having technical difficulties. Some people are saying that they're installing the Hatbox Ghost. Others are also saying that there was something with the moving walkway.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Not a big loss, but a big loss when you're talking about moving a lot of people into a ride. Mm-hmm. So if you're trying to get on other rides, this ride really helped you of keeping the crowds down because everybody went to it, just like Jungle Cruise.
Right. So hopefully that'll open soon. All right.
Now, let's talk about the rhinos, Mom.
Okay. So we got to go on a behind-the-scene tour called Up Close with Rhinos.
Yes.
And we're going to give you a real quick synopsis as to how that went.
And we'll give you some information right now of what it was. Oh, we'll just do it.
Yeah.
How many people were on our tour?
So there were 14 people on our tour, and you could take the tour. It was open to anyone 4 and up.
So 14 max people, because that's how much the van could hold, or the bus.
The bus
could hold. How much does it cost? This is surprising.
Yeah, it was one of the more reasonable behind-the-scene tour. It was $45, and if you were an annual pass holder or a DVC member, you could get a 15% savings on that. So we basically paid $38.25. Which
is really, really cool, and 100% of the proceeds probably after them paying the driver and the tour guides. But 100% of the proceeds go to rhino conservation efforts. So that was very cool to see, too.
I'm not sure that they'd have to pay the keepers because they have to
be there
anyway.
That's probably off of a different one.
It's probably in their contract that they have to do educational.
Well, yeah, but so they're getting paid somewhere else. But the driver, that's his job, probably. So it might come out of there.
Yeah.
How long is the tour?
It's listed as a 60-minute adventure. Yeah. So give or take 5 or 10 minutes here or there.
We were probably out there for 55 minutes, but it was very, very cool. Yeah. And do you really touch a rhino?
You have to wait and see.
Nobody knows. We're going to let you know because in the description it says you might. Because these are wild animals. These zookeepers are not going to constrain them to something so you can touch them. If the rhino doesn't want to come over and let you pet it, it's not going to come over. And they're not going to make it.
Try moving a 3,000-pound animal. Say, get over there.
That's a baby.
Right.
A 3,000-pound baby.
Okay.
But we're going to move on now because this is really cool. Look, if you want to buy the tickets, we did this in a little opposite way. If you want to buy those tickets like we did, all you got to do is go to
You can go to the My Disney Experience app and just go in there and book it. Or you can go online and do it on
probably
online.
Type in like Rhino at Animal Kingdom and then you can get
Up Close with Rhinos.
So what is this, Mom? This is where we checked in.
So you check in at Animal Kingdom. It's right in front of the entry to Kilimanjaro Safaris. And once you're checked in, you get a lanyard that has your name, a little keepsake for you later on. You are not allowed to take pictures or videos, which is kind of sad because you don't have anything to remember it by except that lovely little lanyard. And then that red arrow shows where you're going to go, where the group goes to get behind
the scenes. So this is where nothing's dressed up. You see air conditioning units, you see garbage, you see trash cans. It's pretty weird.
If you don't get the lake view at your resort, this is what you see.
Yes. And then Mom thought this was going to be our travel vehicle.
So as soon as you went in the back, you saw all of these safari trucks.
You saw the broken down ones or the ones not in use.
And I'm thinking, oh great, we're going to ride on the safari.
Instead, Then she thought we were in a van, and she was on it, but we were on a 14-passenger bus, so I don't know why she thought it was a van.
I couldn't remember. It was white.
But when we get in the back, we actually meet the stars of the Disney Plus episode, Zhao and Milo, which was very cool.
Yes. I think I spelled Milo wrong.
I think you did too.
No, yeah, I think it's a Y. I think it's a Y. But it was a good, 10-minute ride to get to the rhino enclosure.
At least, yeah. How you go, you have to go around the whole safari. So because the rhinos are on the other side of the safari, you drive backstage behind the safari through where the cheetahs are, or not through, but behind where the cheetahs are, where all the antelope.
Yeah, so when you're on the safari ride itself and the driver says, now if you look on the right up on the hill, you might be able to spot the cheetahs. And they're usually up there on the fence. If you think of jumping over that fence, that's where the rhino enclosure is. Go back.
You gotta hurry up.
I know.
We're taking too long here.
Okay, so we get to the rhino enclosure. The two keepers there, they gave us great educational information about the rhinos. There are 5 different types of rhinos. The white rhinos are the biggest, and of course all of the rhinos are endangered, and this is Disney's way of trying to help with the population. Interestingly enough, Zhao and Milo were on the Animal Kingdom behind the scenes, and we did get to pet Zhao, correct?
No, you want to switch?
So everybody was wondering, they asked where are their teeth, and so the keeper was able to get Zhao to open up her mouth, and this is what it looks like. Yeah. I was very, very surprised. No teeth. The teeth are all the way in the back. And the keeper was actually, while everybody was going up and patting her, the keeper was taking the hay and putting it through the paddock, and this big giant animal was basically taking her whole hand, and she had to pull it out. And they said it's kind of like a suction thing. They literally had this animal trained, because at one point, this, 6,000 pound animal, moved away from the structure so that the people couldn't reach her to pet her. And with a click and a command of move over, that animal came right back up so that people could pet her again. It was amazing.
It was very cool. Very cool. And the skin, just feeling the skin, it felt like a hairy basketball.
Yep.
A rubber, but yet it had hair on it, which is very cool.
You can't see it. And even when we were there, the keeper said, you can't see it, but wait till you feel it. And sure enough, it's like beard stubble.
Yeah. And that is us at the very end. When you got back on stage, you were allowed to take pictures. So we took
with
pictures
their props.
with just the props.
Yeah.
And then
that was it. I really enjoyed it, but I will say, if you have children younger than 8, I think it probably will be difficult. There's a lot of talking going on at the beginning, so I'd be perfect for that. A lot of talking at the beginning.
We're still talking.
And it's hard for kids, I think, to hold their attention.
Yeah, it's so the tour is more informative than actually touching a rhino.
Yep. Oh, and one other thing, I know you don't want me to talk anymore, but we passed acres and acres and acres and acres of plants growing. They grow, what did he say,
80% of the food for all of the animals on that are herbivores. They grow actually on site at Disney, 80%, which is really, really cool.
So it's huge. And then the other 3 parks can fit inside Animal Kingdom. So that's to give you an idea as to how big Animal Kingdom is.
Yeah.
So it was great.
It was really cool. We highly recommend it. Again, it's probably not for kids, but definitely for adults. And it goes to a good cause. For $38 or $45 if you don't have an annual pass, 100% goes to rhino conservation, and you get to pet a rhino.
Yeah, we did it. Yay!
It was cool. It was cool to see. I'm glad it was only an hour.
Yeah, because it was hot.
It was very hot. But let's go ahead and hear the joke of the day, Mom.
Why did the rhino break his phone?
I don't know.
Because the instructions said for him to charge it.
Charge added.
Oh my gosh. Hey guys, have a wonderful weekend. And we can't wait for the surprise you're going to get on Monday. I'm the mom.
And I'm the son, and this is the Mom and Son Show.